Hello everybody, happy Friday. I am finally back from my multi-destination road trip around Texas doing kid things. It was a long few weeks, but I am back and I am glad to be back. I kept my glasses on today. They're reading glasses, but I pretty much have to have them on all the time now. Is that what happens? Hope you guys are good. I'm not seeing anybody jump on, so let me make sure I'm in the right place. Yes. Oh, I look weird with glasses. Not used to that. All right. Hello. Okay, good. I see some of you jumping on. So we're using, I would probably say it's my favorite bundle in the annual catalog, the Notes and Totes bundle. The big purse right here is the star of the show, but all these other supporting characters are super cute and super fun. So we're gonna make 3 things using this bundle today. I'm sure many of you already have it. I am a big bag girl. I've always had a big purse. Right now I actually have a sling, I'm not gonna call it a fanny pack because it's not a fanny pack, but the sling purses. First time in my life that I haven't had a huge tote. My whole life I have had a giant tote bag. So when I saw this, I had to have it. It's so cute. I mean, we put everything in our bags, right? So, and I have a feeling some of you are like that too. All right, I am gonna flip you guys over. I have several things to show you, but I do wanna show you this because it's better if I hold it over here. This is our, I don't even know the official name. This is one of our kits called Paper Bouquet Kit, and this is gonna be the prize that I'm giving out this week. It'll be better if I show you it like this. See how I put in a little vase that I got in the dollar spot at Target? It's very cute. This is not an easy kit, I'll tell you that. It does take some time and a hot glue gun, but it's beautiful. And we actually played with this kit at a kit night and everybody made a flower, and I think it's a great kit. So anyway, I wanted to show you before I turn the camera around, okay? Have any of you gotten that kit yet? I know a lot of people are intimidated by that kit. And if you're a beginner stamper, I would say, yeah, you should be intimidated by that kit. Beginner crafter, because it's tedious, but anything involving a glue gun is tedious, right? I mean, I'm not a huge glue gun fan, so I knew it was going to be, whoa, let's see if we can get that fixed. I knew it was going to be work, and it was. But you just put on a good movie, it'll go by fast. Okay, wow, let me see. Okay, everything's straight. My desk is a mess. I'll get to that in a second. The Sweet sale. Have you guys shopped the Sweet sale? If you go back 2 weeks ago, I showed you exactly where the Sweet sale was on the website. And I think this is the banner. When you open the website, you can just click on it. Why does it look like it's so zoomed out? That's a little bit better. Basically, buy one sweet, get one half off. I keep saying free. It's not free. I'm used to saying BOGO, buy one, get one free, but it's not free. Buy one, get one half off. And if you don't want the whole suite, all the Sweet products are buy one, get one half off also. So if you like paper, you could get a pack of paper from one suite and get a pack of paper from another suite for half off. Almost said it, for half off. Same with the embellishments, the bundles. The bundle we're using today is not part of a suite, so it's not in the sale. Sorry, I should have planned better, I guess. But there are a lot of other things to choose from. Oh, we have a lot of suites. Some suites have 2 stamp sets, 2 bundles. So make sure you click on the Stampin' Up, on the Stampin' Up page, the Sweet sale, and just kind of look through there and see what you like. And it's a little tricky because it's going to take half off the lowest priced item. So if you buy a bunch of things, it's not necessarily going to take half off of second suite. If you've got a random pack of embellishments in there from a suite, it's going to take half off of that. So you got to be strategic with your shopping cart strategy. And I know you guys have done that before. We've all done that, different sales. Just make sure you're looking at it. If you have a question about your cart, just email me and I can help you. But this goes on through June 30th. We have about a week and a half left. Okay, this is a really good sale. Stampin' Up rarely does that kind of sale, a half off item sale. So make sure to check it out. This month's, hello, I need to look at comments. I'm only seeing, okay. Hi, everybody. Placed my second sweet order yesterday, Nina. I know, it's such a good sale, right? Got my paper pumpkins. Where's my trash can? Yesterday? Day before yesterday? Or I just opened them. And I don't even remember what this month's paper pumpkin looks like, but I thought we could open it together and look at it. I have extras if you need one. Oh, wow. Full of charm. Very pretty. Can you guys see that? Really, really pretty. Maybe I should open it so we can see. It looks like it's 9 cards. Is that right? Yeah, 9 cards. Pretty peacock stamp and spot. So many people, that's their favorite color, pretty peacock. The spots are good if you're a mobile crafter. Maybe go crafting while you're camping, or you go to, you know, crops or whatever. Those are so fun to take. It's less, you know, less space than a big stamp pad. Okay, so here's some of the card bases. It's got some gold flecking, gold, what do you call it? Gold foil. There's one, and we've got some die cuts. Ooh, I love that. I love anything that looks like newsprint. It's not newsprint, but it looks like it. Wow, look at these. These are stunning. All these flowers. So you punch these out, and you assemble your card. You've got patterned envelopes. How does that, no, okay, I'm spending too much time on this. I wasn't gonna put these together. I was just showing you the inside. I got distracted. I'm like, how do we do this? You get a stamp set and a spot. If you didn't get yours this month, if maybe your credit card didn't go through, we've all been there. Email me. I've got a handful of extras that I would be happy to send you. Okay, how about Club Create this month? Club Create people, my Club Create people, if you're out there, this month's Club Create got picked up by my mail guy this morning, so it is on its way to you. However, there's a caveat. There's about 6 or 7 who are, 6 or 7 of you will be shipping on Monday. Just know that I'm waiting on an order that didn't get here in time. So most of them went out today. The rest of them will go out on Monday. This is what Club Create kits look like. Man, I just hurt my hand. I don't know what's going on with my hands. I hope it's not the start of arthritis. I hurt this one at the beach, and now this one hurts. Anyhow, Club Create looks kind of like this. This right now, if you want to subscribe to Club Create, it's the Inspiring Imperfections bundle, which is the Kintsugi Inspiration Suite. Kintsugi is a Japanese technique of mending broken pottery with gold lacquer. Basically celebrating our imperfections is the idea behind that. And I love that. So Club Create 5 cards for July. It'll come with about $25 in product. It's $45, and that includes shipping, a full video, I think it's like 40-minute video this month, PDF with instructions and measurements. Your kit comes like this. You get a little clear thing with it. If you stay for 6 months, you get a $25 product credit that you get to add into your 6th month kit, okay? So if you are interested, there is, I think I put the links, I think I was able to put the links today when I went live. Hopefully they're there. There's a Club Create tab at the top of my blog, pinkbuckaroo.com, and you can subscribe. It is a subscription, which means it'll automatically charge you every month, but you can just cancel whenever you want. There's no like obligation. You don't have to stay around for so long. And if you're like me, you're like, I'm going to stay for 3 months. I put a reminder on my calendar, you know, like, okay, after 3 months, cancel. So don't worry. I'm flexible with that. If you want to stay for 1 month, 12 months, some people have been with me for over 4 years. So I think it's a pretty good program. People seem to like it. That free $25 credit every 6 months is the best part, I think. Okay, so that is July. The PDF and video are now available also in my PDF store if you just want that option. I have a couple of extra paper shares. I have I think 3 6x6 and 2 6x12. This was the paper share I did in May. It has all the new online exclusive and annual catalog papers. If you would like one, please email me. I mean, I only have a total of 5, so after they're gone, and I will go in the order of who emails me. 6x6 is $35 shipped. 6x12 is $51 shipped. If you missed out on the paper share, just email me, okay? Anita, which dyes are out of stock? The Kintsugi, they'll be back. They'll be back. I think it's the week of July 7th. Pretty fast turnaround on those things that go out of stock. Okay. This month's All-Star Tutorial PDF. This is the last month. We're going to open up subscriptions next month, FYI. This month is the celebratory SIPs. This is a PDF of 12 videos, all featuring celebratory, I said it wrong, celebratory SIPs, suite, 12 different designers, 12 different videos, 12 different supply lists, measurements, 12 different projects. You get this free if you spend $50 with me in June. I email this out about every week and a half, 2 weeks to everybody who's shopped with me. It's also available in my PDF store if you would like to just purchase it, okay? All right, that is that. What else? I thought I had more stuff, but that's it. I'm trying to go fast because the projects are a little bit lengthy today. How about our prize winner from 2 weeks ago, Judy Cruz? Judy is like so good about sharing my videos. Judy, I really appreciate you. You're the winner of the Scenic Adventure Bundle. Thank you so much. I believe I have your mailing address. Unless it's changed, let me know, okay? I'm going to give away 2 prizes next week. It is that flower kit that I just showed you. I'm going to send 2 of them out. So it looks like that. So if you're interested in winning that, please share the video either on Facebook or YouTube. How about I pick one winner from each place next time? And then make sure you watch, because sometimes you guys, I choose you and I announce you and then I never hear from you. So make sure you watch the next week, at least to find out if you won, so that I can send you your prize, okay? That's no fun when you win and then you don't get your prize because you never emailed me. Okay, that is it for all the announcements. The Facebook Friday, if you've never, oh good, Judy, you're there. Okay, good, I will get it out to you on Monday. Aw, thanks, Denise. Good news is that I think I'm gonna be back for like a solid 4 weeks. I'm not gonna go to the Kentucky basketball tournament that I was supposed to go to early in July. I'm like, you know what, enough. I've traveled enough. I may be going to one late July, but we'll see. So I think we've got a good solid 4 weeks of Facebook Fridays, hopefully. Okay. Oh, and I got jury duty, you guys. So jury duty, July 2nd. So we may not have Facebook Friday that week because July 4th is a Friday. I would do Facebook Friday on Thursday if I don't get picked for a stinking jury. I hate jury duty. I know, it's my civic duty, blah, 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 but I hate it. I hate every second of it. And it always comes at the like worst time, right? I've been so out of town. I need to catch up. I need to spend time in my studio. And I get a jury duty summons. Blah. Anyway, we'll worry about that when it comes. Okay, pinkbuckaroo.com. Today's projects are on a PDF. Everything that I talked about is here. Oh, I didn't talk about that virtual album. That virtual album retreat, let me just show you guys again what you're getting. That is coming up July 16th. It is 12, look at this, 12 double page layouts, and they come to you like this. So it's really easy. I'm really excited about this because I think it's gonna get me to actually get it done. I mean, look how many pieces they've cut and put in here. It's pricey. I'm not gonna lie, it is pricey, but you're gonna fill up a whole scrapbook. Plus, you're getting your page protectors, you're getting all the die cuts, you're getting stamp sets, tons of stuff in here. And it's an online retreat, which means you get to interact with Stampin' Up, you get to interact with other stampers, and you can win prizes. So that details on that are right there if you want to go. They even showing you the pages that you're going to make. So if you don't like surprises, you can even go look at those, okay? That is still available. Okay, that's it. We're going to get started. If you like today's projects and you want me to send them to you in a kit for free, all you have to do is put in an order between now and Monday at midnight. Minimum is $50 before tax and shipping. No host code needed anymore. Anybody who puts in an order over $50 is automatically going to get a Notes and Totes kit from me next week. They look like this. Okay, you're going to get all the pieces. You will need the Notes and Totes bundle. I'm not going to cut all those pieces, all those tiny pieces for you. You will need those dies, but I'm going to send you all the paper so you can do it. Any embellishments that we use, card bases, envelopes, all of that for free as a thank you for an order. And you can order anything you want if you already have the Notes and Totes bundle, which I know many of you do. A lot of times you guys want the Facebook Friday kits because you already have the bundle. So then you can just go buy whatever you want. Maybe take advantage of the sweet sale. Maybe buy another bundle that's been on your radar. I think if you're wondering what we're going to do in the next few Facebook Fridays, I think we're going to do the popcorn next week. I haven't done anything. I'm so behind. I hope I can get that done next week. The popcorn, the little popcorn dudes. I also want to do the cute little lovebirds. What else? The Scenic Adventure, that stamp set that Judy is getting. I want to do that one too. Scenic Adventure. Okay, so those are on my radar. So in case you were just, sometimes you guys ask, what else are we doing for Facebook Friday? Because I want to order it. So you can order anything you want to get your free make and take kit. Okay, so we're going to start with a beach bag. I was just at the beach. It was very sandy and sticky. Not going to lie. It was the beach. Texas beach isn't gorgeous. We went because the kids wanted to go and we wanted to take my mom and we had a fun little 3 days, but you know, it's the beach. But anyway, a straw beach bag is classic. So I thought, let's make a beach bag out of this, what's it called? Texture, let me look at my list. Woven Textures Designer Series paper, okay? Now we're gonna do a lot of die cutting. So let's look at all the pieces. The dies really are fantastic. Again, I feel like this is like Barbie. If you ever played with Barbies or dolls when you were little, it feels like playing Barbies or dolls because you have all these fun little pieces, these fun little accessories. All right, so here's that paper. You could do that. You could even do that texture. That texture is cute too, but we'll stick with the straw, okay? Thanks, Judy. I already have some ideas and it's sitting out on my counter. I've got some treats too. I just need to have some peace and quiet to actually think, you know? Designing requires thinking. It requires some brain work, and lately I just have had none. Okay, we're gonna cut out the little, this is, I'm saying it's like a little envelope, right? To go in the back. Really, it's the pocket, but we're gonna just use it like it's an envelope or something in her bag. This is the water bottle, okay? Do you guys have your emotional support water bottle? Teenagers are obsessed with their water bottles, and that's what we call them. That's Berry Burst, emotional support water bottles, because they literally cannot go anywhere without them, even like in a restaurant, like a nice restaurant. They take their stupid Hydro Flask or whatever, their Stanleys into the restaurant. I'm like, girls, leave that in the cart. Anyway, we're going to make a cute one. This is the little tie right here that goes on there. Okay, now the straps, you have two handle choices, this triangle one and then this one. I really like this one the best. So we're going to do that. And then this piece right here, this is the bottom of the bag, which we're going to use on the next project. And the two little like trim pieces. So that's crumb cake. What else? Okay, we'll move all of that. This is like a little newspaper. So that's basic beige. And then the sunglasses, we're going to use some adhesive sheet on the sunglasses. We're going to do silver foil for the inside part and black for the outside edge. So I'm going to take an adhesive sheet just to make it a little bit easier to adhere. And it's one die, so we're going to try to piece them together like that on our cut and emboss. Now we're not going to get all of this on here. We're going to have to do several things. And then we're going to do some embossing. We're going to use the Fern embossing folder, which is actually on the last chance list, I realized last night. So if you're shopping, make sure you check out that last chance list. There's a lot of things still on there that are good, that you need. So the beach in California, who said, Judy? Okay, I went to the beach in California with my friend Krista years ago. We took the kids. And the surf was so violent. It was in California on the Pacific. It was San Diego area. The surf was so violent. I was scared for my kids to even get in the water. It was crazy. but it was much prettier than the Texas beach. Texas beach is kind of muddy, and usually it's, there's a lot of that seaweed, that stinky seaweed. The shells were all broken, but this time the beach was very clean. There was no, what's the word I'm looking for? Hello, why is my brain not working today? There was no seaweed there on the beach at all. Now, there still were just tiny broken pieces of shells. We didn't find any big shells. My daughter was collecting pieces of sand dollars, but it was clean-ish. The water was still murky, but it was nice. It was nice, and we had a really bad storm the first night, which you guys know I love a good storm. And it was good. It was good. The kids enjoyed it. This die has this handle for the water bottle, but it is so teeny itty bitty. I'm not sure. I mean, I guess if you put an adhesive sheet, you could use that. Do you see it's a little hook? But we're not going to use that. No, we're not going to use that. Okay. Then we've got the little newspaper. I got to put all of these back on here so they'll fit. And where's my trash going? And here's the little tie. Now remember, if you don't like this paper, if you don't have this paper, if you don't want this paper, look through your paper. That's actually what I did when I first started making these projects. I pulled out all my papers and just started going through what patterns did I think, you know, would make cute bags. And there was a lot of choices, a lot of choices. So go through your paper. Okay, so we're gonna try to do this at one time. We're gonna get the black. Hopefully I'm doing it right. Let's see. And we'll have a silver foil on the bottom. Debbie, I think, well, that's all of our problems. We think we need it all. You know, for me to be creative, I do need new stuff from time to time, right? Look at that. Paper especially really gets my creative juices flowing if I have new designer series paper. Okay, one other thing I forgot to do. Let's get the water bottle. We want to just cut out the top of that water bottle for the lid out of silver foil as well. So we went to, see right there, just the lid. We went to Lubbock. Kathy, I thought you were in Lubbock. It didn't storm. I was hoping it would. It did not. Then we went to College Station. And then we went to the beach. It was a lot. It was a lot of traveling. We had a college orientation in Lubbock, and we had basketball tournament in College Station. And we did a little college visit, Texas A&M's and College Station. Okay, we're gonna use this oval right here on a piece of Mossy Meadow 4x5 1/4. We're gonna create kind of a, like, foliage window. Like we're looking through the jungle at the water, okay? And then, why did I just put that in the trash pile? We need to bring this over. Here are here is the fern embossing folder, and you have to take off all your plates and then grab plate 4 and we'll run this through. Thank you, Stacy, I appreciate that. All right, there we go. Can you guys see that texture? Like a jungle. Like we're peering through the jungle down the beach. All right, let's move this out of the way over here. And now let's start putting all of this together. Now, wait a minute. We haven't done our watercoloring, but we'll do that. You probably want to do your watercoloring first, but because I've done it ahead of time, we don't really need to worry about that. Let's get all of our pieces going, and then we'll do the watercoloring. Okay, so for the glasses, here is the outline, not the outline, what would you call it? The border the border edge of the glasses. I did it in black. I'm gonna peel that off. Now we're gonna adhere that right onto our glasses. The glasses, again, you guys, change the colors. Do whatever you want. Go through your scraps and use up your scraps. This is a good set for using up your scraps. We're gonna stamp that cute little hydrangea, and you just, not hydrangea, hibiscus. And you can just use up your scraps. All right, we're gonna cut off that lid part, the silver of the lid. We're gonna glue, whoa, new glue. And it's just like pouring out. It's like, I'm not clogged yet. Okay, there's our emotional support water bottle. And then we've got our little envelope, which really is, yes, I know it really is the pocket, but I'm calling it an envelope. Okay, we're gonna cut, see, in a minute, I'm gonna show you how to make this bag into a 3D bag. And when you do that, you're gonna need all these pieces. But for this, we're just gonna cut that little weird shape off, and we're gonna fold it all in like that. Okay, so there's your bag. And then the hardest part here is because I can't tell exactly where that edge is. We're gonna put a really skinny, I should have used an adhesive sheet here, really skinny bead of glue. Skinny, 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 not skinny enough. Crumb cake, like that. Crumb cake, like that. Yeah, pretend like I didn't make a mess with that glue. Y'all just don't look at that glue smearing out. We're gonna cover it up, it'll be fine. Right there. Don't you look at it, ladies. Pretend it did not happen. All right, we're gonna glue our handle on like that. Now that my hands are gluey, everything's gonna stick. All right, and then let's do the glasses. We'll put the glasses, they're gonna hang there, and we'll put, you know, I could just use glue dots, that would be a lot better, right? Oh, I should have put that. Okay, well, whatever. That probably should have been hanging off the handle, but we'll do it like that. Okay, there we go. There's that. All right, let that dry. We're gonna stamp this. Now also, yes, the frame of the glasses, Karen, who knows what I called it? Who knows? I'm a mess. I just got back from the beach. My brain's not working. All right, news flash. You're fabulous. Okay, early espresso. We'll close that up. And then we're gonna use Berry Burst. Now I brought in a different sentiment because I wanted to add one more thing. Because you know, it doesn't have enough things. Thank you for everything. I still need some birthday cards. There's no birthday, that's all right. We'll just use, why do I have, oh yeah, we're gonna use that in a minute. This is from, nope, that's the wrong one. This is from the Tags to Go. Okay, that basic white Tags to Go. Now let's watercolor, which is what we should have done at the very beginning. But I like to do things, you know, the wrong way. Here's half sheet of watercolor paper. We're going to use Night of Navy. And I've got all of my, I had all of my watercolor things sitting right here. Yep, over here. Some water, paper towel, and one of your clear blocks. Just tap it to get a little palette. I'm gonna add in some water, just clear, plain old water there in the middle. And then I'm just gonna take this and just kind of drop it. Make sure your brush is nice and wet when you pick up that color too. And just let it bleed out. And we're gonna do this again on the third project. And I'm gonna remind you that the more water you use, the less intense your color will be. So think about that as you go. I always end up using too much water and then it kind of washes out the color. But if you do that, you can go back with another layer. Now I'm gonna take, my camera's like up high. I gotta remember, I gotta stay up here. My favorite thing to do to watercolor is just add some kosher salt to give it some more crazy texture. Okay, so set that aside to dry. And because I already filmed this as a video yesterday for YouTube, I have one that's done. So let's dust off that salt into our trash can. And we've got kind of that watery ocean look. Okay, and we're gonna put our frame right around it. Dimensionals, do I have dimensionals? I do. Thanks, Julie. Glad to be back. I missed my dogs. You know, they were staying at my mom's. They were fine, but I just felt guilty. Tucker loves going over there, but Pepper doesn't hate going over there. She just doesn't want to play. She just wants to nap and snooze, and I think the other two dogs annoy her. All right, let's get that piece of salt off. Okay, so there we go. We've got that. We're going to adhere that to our card. Whoa, look how crooked I did that. All right, well, it doesn't show, so it's totally fine. We'll adhere this. This is Mossy Meadow also. All right, now for our bag, hopefully everything is dry enough. I'm going to put my dimensionals down here. I'm putting them low because everything else that I'm going to put in here, I'm going to tuck in. So we got to leave some space there. We're going to tuck in behind. Okay. All right, so we'll put that, put that like that. And then we'll take our, I guess we'll start with, I'm running out of dimensionals. We'll start with our, maybe it's a zipper bag, maybe it's a makeup bag. I don't know, but it's cute. We'll use it as a pocket on the next project. Put your water bottle in there. Make sure those little stamped hibiscus are showing. Got to cut up our dimensionals. I hate when I get to the end of my dimensional sheet. I mean, I'm gonna use them. They're just not symmetrical. All right, tuck this guy in like that. You want it to be up a little bit. Newsflash, you're fabulous. Now, let's look at all the other options. This one, oops, okay, dies are falling off. This one right here, that looks like, is that a zipper, you think? That one right there? That little tiny one? Why do I have two of those? I guess those are the corners of the bag. This is like a suntan lotion. These could be headphones, don't you think? They look like headphones. This is another handle. We got a tag, and then we're gonna use those. Oh, and hello, we got a little pump soap too. I mean, the options are endless. Endless, I tell you. All right, thank you for everything. We're gonna take this. Another thing that is on the last chance list, I didn't know it was on the last chance list until I went to type up our supply list and I saw it. Sad, I love this 3-color linen thread. That's something I would want to stick around for a while. All right, glue dot. And we'll add that right there. And last but not least, we're gonna just put a piece of basic beige, if I can find my adhesive right here, on the inside. And there you kind of have a dark and moody, it's kind of dark and moody beach card. What do you guys think? A little pop of pink in there. Thank you for everything. Isn't that a fun card? I just think that that bag is very versatile, and I know I'm going to use it a lot. How many of you have this set already? I know a lot of you probably do. All right, I'm cleaning up my dies while you guys check it out, because I know I'm going to lose them if I don't put them on now. Okay. Okay, thank you for the hearts. I appreciate it. Put the triangles on front between the handles. Between the handles. Oh, okay. Another thing you can do with this bag is fold it in so that you have a square bag like that. And they could go down there on the corners, right? All right, there we go. There we go. The next one, now we're gonna hop around a little bit. The next project is gonna require glue and it's gonna require some drying time. So we're gonna do that. And then we'll leave it and do the third project and come back and finish it, okay? Now, how many of you have seen the Lands In tote bags? They're like a classic. They have been around for years. They're like a canvas tote, and you can pick out the colors of the handles, and then they monogram them for you. So that was my little idea for these bags. The die is designed to make a little bag that will stand up too. Look how cute, you guys. Now, it does take a little, I hear a car alarm. It does take a little explaining, so I'm going to show you. It's not difficult. I put them all together in about, I don't know, 20 minutes. It's just, you know, a little tedious, requires glue. As far as what's inside, this one has 2 small Jelly Belly and a gift card. This one has these little white mints that are just like white lifesavers. This is a new candy that I found at Walmart, Whitman S'mores Caramel Milk Chocolate. That fits in there perfectly. So this one has nuggets, garden green, real red, flirty flamingo, night of navy, pumpkin pie, and then this one I use the, I will never remember the name of that paper. Last night I was like trying to commit it to memory. Let me look at I put it on the supply list because I knew I would remember it. Floral Delight Gingham Designer Series paper. So, yes, it is, Patty, just like paper dolls. I totally agree with you. Totally, totally. Okay, so what color do we not have? We do not have purple. So we're going to do Gorgeous Grape, all right? And you're going to need to cut 2 of these out from thick white or whatever color you want. Then take this one right here, and for each bag, you need to cut out 2 sets of those and then 2 handles. Also, what I was calling the envelope or zipper bag, you need to do 1 white pocket, okay? So we need to burnish these lines, but really I have found that we need to glue. Glue really seemed to be the best option, and we need to glue the pieces on and then give them a good amount of time to dry. So we're going to do that, and then we're going to slide it out of the way, and we'll work on the 3rd project, and then we'll come back, okay? All right, so let's see if I can do a better job this time of gluing. An adhesive sheet would work, but it's that time of the year here in South Texas where it's like 300% humidity and hot. Even if I turn the air conditioner guy came out last year because I was like, it's so humid in my office, my paper is like curling. And he came out and he was like, well, you just need to turn the temperature down, my air conditioning. I'm like, okay, and how much is that gonna cost me? Like, you wanted me to turn it way down. So I guess I just deal with the humidity, all right? So all that to be said, I like liquid glue. It does not pop up. And even this one, when we're bending it, it does pop up just a tiny bit. But I think if it wasn't so humid, it wouldn't do that. All right, so I'm gluing these right there to, like right on the inside of the fold. Okay, so the fold is there, and you can even bump it to make sure it's straight. Let's do that because this one is not straight. Okay, let's check this one. There we go. All right, then you're gonna take this guy. Let me see which is the back side. Okay, now we're gonna put a little bit of glue. A little bit. A dot is a lot. That's something we used to say in kindergarten. Dot is a lot, guys. Only use a dot. All right, so put that down over those. Hi, Nicole, how are you? And we'll put this one. I feel like we need just a little bit more glue, especially on the ends. Okay. These would be the cutest little party favors. And I mean, I haven't even scratched the surface of what could go inside these. Just walk down the aisle of a grocery store and look at all the candy. There's a lot. All right, and then we will glue the handle or the, what I keep thinking are headphones, right there. What color, everybody needs to chime in. What color If you were gonna order the Lands End bag, I pulled up the link today. If you don't know what the Lands End bag is, go to my blog, click the link. What color would you choose? I mean, I would definitely go with pink. Definitely, and it would need to be like this pink, hot pink. I'm using a stamp set called Simply Said. This is one of our basic mix and match stamp sets. Just the little hello. Purple Joyce, are you a purple girl? Gorgeous grape right there. Oh, Lori, I'm gonna change your mind. They're so cute, aren't they? Oh, the fruit paper, cute lip balms inside, Bonnie. That's such a cute idea. Okay, so we're gonna let these dry. We're gonna move all of these guys up out of the way while we do our next project. We'll come back to it, so stay tuned so I can show you exactly how to put it together. It's not difficult. It's just a little tedious. My hands are super sticky from the glue, so that's gonna be a problem. Okay, now our last card. I wanted to really focus on the other pieces in the card. There's a fence in here, which is this right here. So you could, of course, put the fence and then put your beach bag in front of the fence. But I thought, you know, what if you don't want to use the bag? Let's make a card without the bag. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to use the cute little starfish and the shell. And we're going to just make, I mean, isn't that just so beachy? It just looks just very beachy. Very, very beachy. Okay. So I've done a lot of it ahead of time. We're going to, let's do our watercoloring first, okay? You're gonna need, let's look at our color combo. It's so pretty. Pool Party, Calypso Coral, Strawberry Slush, and Darling Duck. Aren't they pretty? But again, use whatever colors you guys want. I still have mine on my blocks. I probably am gonna need some more Strawberry Slush. Okay, and again, we're just gonna get, let me protect my work surface here. We're gonna get some water, which I have another bowl of water here. I'm very prepared today. Let's just wash it. Now this is just a fast and loose, we're just gonna drop color on here like this, okay? And again, the more water you use, the less intense your colors will be. And you're gonna see in a minute, the one that I have prepared, I used, my colors are very intense. Okay, that's very muddy. Let's try that again. See, you can just dab it off. If you don't like it, it's like erasing. Let's try that again. Pool Party. There we go. And you want the colors to kind of blend a little bit, but not too much to make it muddy. All right, let's grab some Darling Duckling. Now, Darling Duckling is a green yellow. As soon as you start using it, you'll kind of see the green undertones. And so you might see some green as you're mixing. And then we'll use Calypso down here. We can drop some in the middle. You're just creating kind of a, you know, just a landscape of watercolor for your starfish and seashell. Okay, so there we go. Easy. This is what my dry one looks like. Much brighter than my original. Okay, let's move this so we don't make a mess. Now the background, we're actually going to use these dyes I love so much. Yes, Bonnie, it is watercolor paper. It's a half sheet of watercolor paper. We're going to use the largest textured note die. And we're going to take a 1/4 sheet of basic white and a 1/4 sheet of basic beige. And I'm going to tear 3 strips. And it's going to give you that rough edge. Okay, and then keep losing my adhesive. I'm going to adhere. You want to start kind of in the middle and find which edge you like the best. I kind of like that edge. Okay, and then we'll take this one and overlap, and then this one like that. Okay, now we've got layers of sand, you see, and I forgot to do this last time, so I'm going to do this right now before I forget. I'm going to take the little sand image and I'm going to stamp off and just add a little bit of texture. My basic beige ink pad is so green. I don't know why. Maybe I need to re-ink it. You just use that and use a little, just to add a little bit of texture, okay? Just a little. And you want it to be light, so make sure you stamp off. Okay, now we're gonna take the largest die from the textured notes. And this is, you're gonna be cutting through like 3 layers of cardstock in some places, okay? So what I recommend, we're gonna put the die upside down and we're gonna carefully lay our piece in there like that, okay? The dies, for whatever reason, they do so much better upside down. And it's because you have a solid plate on the bottom. So this is a good way to get your die to really cut through. All right, let's take a look. And if it doesn't cut all the way through, you can just take your scissors and kind of edge it off. So there we go, see that? It's got the texture from that die all the way around. Okay, now let's take our watercolor paper, which is right here, and let's cut out, this is the dry one, not the wet one. Let's cut out, we need 4 starfish and 1 shell. And the reason you need 4 is because we're putting one on the inside too. I don't think I showed you that. Whoa, look how bright that guy is. I don't know. I don't think I like that. I think it needs to be lighter. So maybe we'll cut another one. I went a little too intense on my colors. A little too intense. Let's try it. Let's try a different area. Let's try down here. Oh no, maybe over here. You have lots to choose from. Oh, hi Sawyer. I'm glad I can keep him entertained. Am I like Miss Rachel? Does he watch Miss Rachel yet? Miss Rachel is this new, like, what is she on? Netflix, YouTube? The babies love her. I think it's so funny. She's very, like, preschool teacher-ish. And they're, like, mesmerized by her. All right. Yeah, you know, a lot of times the ink, the greens will show through. All right, let's do down here. The green undertones will show through. I do use crumb cake a lot, but the basic beige, I feel like has a lot of green in it. All right, there we go. We've got our little shells and starfish. You're also gonna need to cut out 2 sets of the fence. And this is the fence right here, and it will give you 3 slats and the bar that goes across. But we only have room for 5 slats. Okay, so cut it twice. That way you'll have enough. All right, now here's the thing. Depending on your adhesive, I put my adhesive too heavy, so I'm gonna have to cut off the bottom of some of these to get them to tuck in down far enough so that they're not sticking above the edge too much, okay? So if you run into that problem, just cut them off because it looks cute. Oh my gosh, I really adhered that down, didn't I? Let's see, come on. And what's funny is that I didn't even put adhesive on the, okay, well, this one's gonna have to be outside the sand. Just make it work, figure it out. Let's see, this guy, will he tuck in down here? No, but we can make him look like he is. So you're just gonna kind of put these, remember it's at the beach, so they're gonna be kind of crooked because it's so windy. Another one we'll cut off. Looks like it's tucked in right there. I'm using my Stamp and Seal because I'm tired of the glue all over my fingers. All right, let's see. Will this one tuck in? Come on, come on, come on. Man, those are like glued down. There we go, there we go. Let's see, can I get it under there? Yes. Okay, so now we've got our fence pickets. Now let's put the slat, and I'm just gonna stick with this. We'll put one across there like that, and one across like that. Now we've got the newspaper, basic white little newspaper, and this time we're gonna stamp So Grateful, a true story. Memento black, and it's not gonna slide down underneath that sand like I wanted to. So you know what I could do? Let's see, could we, let's see. You know what, I'm gonna cut off that, and let's see if we can get this to tuck down. Oh yeah, I think I got it. There we go, like that. I really just want all this stuff behind the sand. I don't know why it's giving me so much trouble. All right, there we go, like that. I do need to put some glue right behind it. Okay, and then we'll take a dimensional for our shell. And we'll put the shell right there, covering it up like that. All right, now you're gonna get your linen thread, and we're gonna need our glue dots. And your glue dots, whoa, your glue dots can be folded in half to make them skinny. Did you know that? So we're gonna put one right there. I have ants on my desk. What in the world? Get out of here. They're the tiniest little ants. Okay, and then one right here. And we're gonna take one end, and we're gonna tie a knot, and we're gonna stick it in that glue dot. And then we just kind of want it to, like that. Tie a knot. Want it to look like a rope that's been kind of hung on the fence. Let's see if I can get this down far enough. Nope. That's all right, we can rearrange. We can rearrange like that. All right, now let's take these guys, and we'll put one right there. And I'm gonna take one glue dot and just really like roll it real skinny and lay that into the glue dot. You can't even see it. Can't even see it. We'll put this one right here, and then we'll take like this one over like that. All right, cut off the ends so they're not too long. Isn't that so cute? All right, now all we have to do, after all that work, now all we have to do is put it on our card base, and I'm gonna use dimensionals. I'm gonna use this long skinny dimensional like that. I like the long skinny edges. Do you guys use the long skinny edges? High heat tomorrow. Karen, what is high heat there for you guys? You know, we have been very fortunate down here. We have not had a lot of that yet. Pool party card base. And a piece of basic white, and it's too big. I knew I was gonna do that. I used the wrong piece earlier. It's all right, we'll cut it down. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. We're gonna put that on the inside. And you know, we're gonna use both of these on the inside. Let's put them both in here. One, whoa, big dot of glue. That's been the story of today, hasn't it? Too much glue, too much glue. All right, and there we go on the inside. What do you guys think? Not a bag. It's not using the bag, but it's pretty darn cute. Making a cute little beach card. I need to make it say happy birthday. I need birthday cards. Thanks, Clippy. It is a good summer card, right? Thanks, Marianne. I appreciate that. Okay, so now that was our third project, but we have to go back. Look how different the starfish look, no matter where I put them. And look, that one even looks green, and we didn't use green. So somehow we mixed yellow and blue together. Okay, so now let's go back over to our gorgeous grape bag. Should be good and dry now. You want to make sure you burnish all the lines and burnish them so that you're burnishing also the things that this bottom piece that you glued on, okay? And I'm just using my finger because it's very small. I mean, you could use your bone folder too, which would probably be better. Now you see this weird little ducktail piece right here? This is gonna go on the inside. I'm not gonna put adhesive on it. That just seems like too much work. So I'm just gonna fold it in. We're gonna leave it. And we're gonna put, this one is on this side. We're gonna adhere them end over end. Okay, now this time, hopefully, yes, here it is. We're gonna use tear and tape. I think tear and tape is the best choice for this part, because gluing these together, I think, will be a mess. All right, end over end, make sure you are matching the edges. Okay, and you're gonna tuck these in to the inside. Now, on one side, doesn't matter which side, take your tear and tape and put on the outside, little outside tab, like that. Let's peel off the backing. And then you're gonna take it and basically just bump it up to the other tab, but make sure that's in, okay? And you're gonna push those together. And you've made a very, very cute Lands In mini bag, right? I mean, how cute, and it stands up. Let's put we gotta put the monogrammed pocket on. Thanks, Catherine, I appreciate it. All right, and then do we have our white thread? I had it right here. Just a tiny little white thread bow. Okay. I'm gonna use these scissors right here. And we're gonna get a glue dot. You know, I pull out my glue dots like this, and then I start pulling glue dots from all over. So then it's long and sticky all over the place. I need to stay in order and just keep tearing it off. Put that right there. There you go. There's the purple bag for all of my purple girls. All right, so now let's look at them again because they're just so cute. Gorgeous grape, garden green, real red, flirty flamingo, night of navy, daffodil delight, gingham, and pumpkin pie. Which one would you choose? Which one? And if you have seen some other treats inside these bags that you think are a good idea, let us know. Let us know what you think fits in here. Mom's Day treats, Joan. Cute idea. Perfect. Heavy duty cardboard on the bottom to make it stand up. Bonnie, they seem to stand up pretty good. I thought they didn't look like they were going to. That one's real heavy because of the candy. But that would be a good idea too. Red every day, Judy. That would definitely be my second choice after pink, for sure, 100%. I do like the navy also. The gingham's cute too, right, Tamara? I know, it's so cute. I mean, gingham, it's always cute, so cute. Larry, Debbie, you like the gingham one. Okay, well, that is it. Remember, if you would like these as a kit, you're just gonna get one bag and you're gonna be surprised. I'm gonna surprise you with what color I send you. A mini Stanley Cup keychain in mine. Cute, Angela, very cute idea, very cute. Remember, if you want these as a kit, I will send it to you for free with an online order of $50 or more before shipping and tax. Saltwater Taffy Mary is a very good idea for a beach theme. Yep. Also, yesterday's card, pink and black. It's so cute, isn't it? Just so, so cute. And then I've got one for Monday. Sending warm wishes, again without the purse. So I'll have that. I think I'm going to try to make a reel with this one. And then I'm going to actually, Hannah, have a couple more, I think, later on in the week. So stay tuned. Hope you guys are inspired. Hope you love it. Let me know if you have questions. Make sure to click the link. Go to YouTube or my blog, not YouTube. Go to my blog where there's a free PDF for you that looks like this. Has the measurements and supply list. All right, you guys, I'll be back next week, 2 o'clock Central, hopefully with 3 of the little popcorn. What is that bundle called? Popcorn something. I can't remember. Popcorn something. We'll have popcorn themed projects next week. All right, you guys, have a wonderful weekend. Stay safe out there. Bye, everybody.